Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Luthfiah Husaini Assyauqy and I'm from class 4C. And now I'm here. I want to explain you all about what I get or what I learned from my course. It's called Teaching English for Young Learners. And now I want to tell you all about the material from these courses. So the first material that I want to tell you all first is, I want to tell about characteristic of young learners. So what is characteristic of young learners? Young learners have a lot of characteristic, but here I want to give you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characteristic. The first characteristic that I learned is young learners get bored quickly. If the activities are not interesting or engaging for young learners, they will get easily to feel bored because young learners just have 10 minutes for focus on the material, because if for teenagers we can focus for I think 30 minutes, but for young learners they just have 10 minutes to stay focused. So that for teachers we have to fit our we have to make material that suitable for young learners. So the second characteristic is young learners are meaning oriented. They may understand what is being said from us without necessarily understanding every individual word, but they can get what we say, so that young learners are meaning oriented. So the third characteristic is young learners like to discover things. This means is they are characterized by curiosity and enthusiasm. Like they they can they easy to feel curious with something that they never know before, so that young learners have a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity in learning. So the fourth characteristic is they prefer concrete activities. Concrete here is young learners like to do activities that they can do in real life. They can see the things, they can hear, they can imagine it, they can feel it in their hand, because the young learners feel prefer or they like to do concrete activities. So that, and the last characteristic is they are imaginative. They are imaginative here. Your learners are very imaginative. Activities that are full of imagination, it's a source of enjoyment for them. Like if we used to do activities bring their imagination, they can feel enjoy, they can feel happy at that class. So that imaginative activities so important for teach young learners. These activities we can use activities like storytelling, or we can read some story or games that bring their imagination, because these activities can make our student enjoy and happy. So the last characteristic here is they imitate. They learn by imitating adults. It's amazing how humans imitate and discover things from a very young age. Children acquire communication skills through social interaction. So, young learners very very happy or like to imitate the others. Like if we do something, they will follow us. If we say something, they will follow us too. So that for teach language or communication, we have to bring them to imitate us. Like we have to practice a lot communication in the class every day so that they will can learn new things by imitate us. So before we have to know about characteristic for young learners. So now we discuss about how children learn. We know the characteristic, so we have to know how young learners will learn what the best what the best what the best step that we have to give for them that can suitable for young learners. So children learn by the first observing here that they they learn by observe, like they learn by see what what we do, what we say. They observe first, and after that, they will follow us. They will imitate us so that we have to do something good. We have to say that polite because they observe a lot of things and they will imitate people around them. So the second is children learn by listening. So uh, like what I say before, we have to say something good or we cannot say that not polite because they learn from listening by listening and by listening also some of young learners feel or more easier to learn by listening because they can learn they can listen something day by day every day, and after that they can remember it. Like if we teach language material, we can do this step like listening. We can practice, we can speak a lot of word so that they can catch teach what we want to say. So that the third is exploring. Children learn by exploring. They like to explore new things, a new material that they never learned before. So that exploring is good step to do in the class. And also experimenting. Uh, Young learners like to do activities that uh, there is experiments inside, like how to do this, how to make a juice, how to cook, how to read, how to imagine new things. They like to experiment new things so that we as a teachers we have to do some of ex experiments activities in the class. So the last step is asking question. Children like to asking a lot of question with people around them, like why this is will do this, why this to be this, because in their head a lot of questions. So that they will asking to us a lot of questions, and as a teachers we have to um, we have to explain them with a proper explanation, with a good explanation, because if we use wrong explanation, they will remember it for a long time. So that is how children learn. And yeah, and that's all for me. I have a characteristic and also how children learn. I hope it's useful for you all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.